Hey guys, what's up? Back here today. So, I told y'all that I would be doing some mods to this, but I didn't specify exactly what it was, and I know it looks like the same gun. I do have more, parts coming in for it next week. I will tell you this, I do have some extended uh, staccato mags coming for it, and I do have a staccato flared magwell coming for it. I got the idea for the staccato flared magwell from Jay Dilts, I think, on YouTube. He's the same one that has one of these, and he did his own barrel porting and slide porting, and his gun honestly looks like really freaking sick. Um, and I wish that I had the capability to port the slide and barrel because that would be dope. But I don't. So, compensators for me, right? Anyways, so I got the idea from the flared staccato magwell from him. He's got one on his, and he said it fits almost darn near perfectly. You just have to file. You just have to file a little bit around the edge inside when you go to put it on. Like you put it on and you take a little Dremel or some sandpaper and just file a little bit of a lip around the inside. So what we have today is these are the things that I did that I got in the mail today, and it didn't take me, they came in at lunchtime, and of course I had to keep working because I had vehicles I had to get out the shop today. But anyways, nonetheless, what we have here today is, I know I told you guys that the barrel bushing felt, the barrel felt loose in the barrel bushing. And I didn't like that feeling, and every time you'd shake it, it would kind of rattle a little bit, Now, it don't rattle. It don't rattle like it did. You used to be able to shake it and it go clink, 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 clink. And that was, sorry, I hit the mic. That was barrel, the barrel moving around inside the barrel bushing here. So I got a barrel bushing from Wilson Combat, and I also got a full length guide rod and plug. But there's another thing that I got, and I really, really like how this turned out because it fires super smooth now. So if you didn't know, the BR9 DS Duty and the Carry both come with 16-pound recoil springs. Now, don't get me wrong, the 16-pound feels great. I liked the way it felt, smooth and all that stuff, but I wanted something a little bit lighter, so I went ahead and I could have gotten an 8-pound, but I went ahead and I put a 10-pound recoil spring in here, and let me tell you the difference that it has made. I mean, just so smooth. So smooth. So the full-length guide rod, let me grab my other 1911 so you can see this one today as well. This one came with a factory 20-pound recoil spring. I put a Wilson Combat 12-pound recoil spring in this one. All right, I want you to look at the size comparison in the two guide rods. This one has a full-length guide rod that came factory on this pistol, and I mean, it's the size of a normal full length that you would get on a factory pistol. And then you have the Wilson Combat over here, the big boy, that's just ginormous. So, but yeah, those are what I've done. I did go out and I did test fire it. It felt great. I didn't have a whole lot of recoil anymore, so for $100 and 5 minutes of my time, I have a gun that shoots and feels a whole lot better than it did from the factory. And to be honest, putting the guide rod, the full length guide rod in, and the spring and the barrel bushing was not that hard. I will say that I did have to take the barrel bushing, and I did have to take a very, very fine file and file around the part that holds in the tube. Not the part that goes in the groove, but the rest of it, because I tried and it would get a little stuck in the slide, so I couldn't turn it. So I had to take a uh, flat file and just go lightly around all of it, and then I put some PB Blaster on there, and uh, it slid right in. So for $100 and 5 minutes of my time, I made a gun that already performed exceptionally well perform even better. So I would highly recommend doing these upgrades to your Thesis B9R double stack. And it doesn't have to be a 10-pound spring. You can keep the factory 16-pound spring. There's 13-pound springs, there's 15-pound springs, 14, 12. However you want to do it. The 8s, I'm pretty sure somebody makes a 6. But I shoot light loads anyways. The heaviest loads that I shoot are 147 grain hollow points. But for target ammo, I use 115 grainers, and it cycles them just fine. So I would highly recommend doing those upgrades to your B9R double stack, and it will feel and perform a whole lot better.